Well, we're so excited to show you the playground. It looks great and it's done. The last thing we're waiting for that they're putting in today is the turf, because we won't have dirt. Dirt, they say dirt don't hurt, but it does when you land on it. So we're going to have a special AstroTurf that looks like grass, so it'll be bounceable. And it's what they've used at most parks where they have special needs. So that will be in, and it will be green. But I want to go ahead and kind of go through some of the things on this playground, because we designed it especially for our population. So one of my favorite things is this small little gray and black piece that looks like a flower, and it actually spins around in a circle. So I'm going to come over here and show you. And this is so that we can provide vestibular input for our kids. They're also going to be sitting on it like a bar stool, so they have to hold in their core strength while they're doing that. So this is one thing we really, really wanted. Also, on the note of talking about vestibular, this is our taller structure. So we have two structures here. And then we have some different motor challenges and balance challenges in between. So this will be for our bigger guys. So vestibular would be the slide, and we have our indoor slides, but now we have a different type of slide going outdoors. So there's a little more of an incline. It's taller than what we have in the clinics, and it's got a curve to it. So we have our tube slides and our straight slides inside, but this is now a longer, taller, slightly curved slide. We also, of course, have our rock climbing walls, which we have inside, but now we have them outside, so we continue to work on that skill. We want to be able to work on this skill so that you can carry it over into a park setting or into the natural environment. Our inside is great because it's air conditioned, but this is the real world for our kids, so we want to make sure they can do this and play. Some other things that we have over here are climbing. So we have ladders, we have tilted ladders, we have different types of ladders. So this is going to present us multiple motor challenges depending on what we choose to use. Okay, so as you can see, they're each different. We have a regular ladder that's straight up, we have a slant, and then we have this one where you have to curve and kind of plan a little more around it. We of course have our pull-up bar or our monkey bar, so that we can work on our anti-gravity positions. This is set up so that they're able to transition between equipment. So this is a transfer bar. This is really neat because it provides you absolutely no support. So you have to be able to balance on a rope and kind of move your way back and forth across. So this is a really nice challenge. We had our web wall, which we have inside, but this now gives us this opportunity here, and it's not quite as supportive as our web wall. Then again, we move over to this side. Now this is one of my favorite parts, and we created this specifically for physical therapy. These are balance steps. So you walk on these steps, and then this is actually an outdoor balance beam. And then you see the steps go up, and then it goes to our second structure. This structure is smaller. It's for our littler guys or our kiddos that really can't motor challenge that higher structure. So we've got a slide here. It's a straight slide, but if you notice, the slide has bumps on it. So it's a sensory slide with bumpies, okay? So that's kind of fun. We also have multiple types of stairs on here, which allows us to work in stairs in the community. So we're able to do that. And then this little platform goes up to the top. And so this allows us to do playground equipment, but not the scarier part that's more gravitational. This is closer to the ground. So we have lots of fun little things we can do here. There is a climbing structure like we had on the other one, but this one gives a little more support and it's much shorter. Okay. If we come to the other side, this is one of my favorite features, is the big slide. Okay. So we have a really big slide for our kids that are going to need that space and maybe don't have the motor skills that they're really frightened to go down a slide. We also have this little thing, which is a little game that they can play up there. So it's a little game, and they could twirl around and it spins, and it's sort of a visual input. Also, we have this, which is Biba, which you can download the app and it'll take you through a scenario on the playground. So it's really kind of cool. So here's the playground. We of course have our safety signs. They shouldn't be out here by themselves. We're here supervising. We want to make this a fun, safe environment. And we'll be doing several excerpts on what's going to be going on outside Cutting Edge, because we have as much therapy outside Cutting Edge as we have inside. So we'll be featuring our patio where we'll be able to do activities. We'll also be featuring our up and coming garden box, which we'll be putting out where the kids will be working on gardening. We also have our sensory path that we'll be talking about. There are different sensory surfaces around here, and we have our cement so we can practice long runs, bike riding, triking, scootering. So we'll see you outdoors, maybe when it's cooler.